For 6 months, I did all the things to get better at talking to sellers. I pretty much took everybody that I was learning from. I took their process, I took my own process, and I pretty much just bundled it up into my own stuff. And I pretty much made it all my own and created a whole entire process. So what we'll do, right, is every single Friday, actually this is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I coach the one on Fridays. But we'll hop on the phone with live sellers, right? So Pace has Start Virtual, generate leads for us. And he sends us those leads. And then people will hop on the phone, like yourself, let's just say you've never talked to a seller before, you just want to get better. I'll send you over a lead. You'll call the lead like in real time. Can be anywhere in the country with your phone, mic's right here, and you simply have a conversation. And then after that conversation is done, you hop off of the phone, I give you some advice, or I even hop on the phone with the seller myself, and we just push the ball forward and get people better. It's like the best way at getting better. It's just doing the thing, you know what I mean? But I think a lot of people have different types of pathways, you know what I mean? What I would really look at, don't get too caught up on like, hey, here's exactly what step by step I gotta do. Me and Keith, we were just talking about this on the way down here. And Keith has been trying to get a deal for the past like 8 months, right? And he was explaining how he actually was in the opposite realm as I was. In the beginning, I was taking like all the action and was not surrounding myself with the people that were telling me the right knowledge, right? So I was learning on like YouTube and stuff like that. And YouTube's great, but like you ain't gonna get the real stuff that you need on YouTube, right? So I was just taking action and was not directed in the right place. He was the opposite. He actually got into other mentorships, had all the knowledge, and he just wasn't taking action. So it was like more learn, no action. Mine was action, not learning the right stuff, right? So it's a combination of a bunch of different, of like the right mix for yourself, because then I get into Pace's mentorship and I start getting like really good knowledge. And then I realize, all right, I don't have to like specifically do it a certain way. I'm just gonna get some knowledge, feel how much I need to get like from my conscience, and then go out and take action. But I would say to you, if looking to get better at talking to sellers, daily dial and nightly dial, they're two of the best places to be. Don't get super caught up on which one you need to be at. Okay. Just be at one. Or do a mixture of both. If you have 2 or 3 free nights a week, hop on the nightly dial. If you have one morning that's free every single Monday, hop on the daily dial. Just whatever works for your personal situation. For me, here's what happened. I told you guys for 6 months, I did all the things to get better at talking to sellers. I pretty much took everybody that I was learning from. I took their process, I took my own process, and I pretty much just bundled it up into my own stuff, if that makes sense, right? I took a little piece from this person, a little piece from that person, a little piece from that person, right? And I pretty much made it all my own and created a whole entire process. So now I teach my team an 8-step sales process that I took my own experiences from all these other people, right? And I internalized that. And that's pretty much like that's the heart of my whole entire thing.
Hello?
Hey, is this Sarah?
This is Sarah.
Hey, Sarah, my name is Mike Gomes. How you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm partners with TJ. He was telling me about the property we were looking at in Albany.
Yes.
Well, I am the guy who figures out what houses we buy and the deals that we do. So I'm giving you a call. I was trying to figure out what was going on with it.
Well, right now, I'm thinking of, I'm having it cleaned up and gonna go with a real estate broker.
Got it. Okay. So you're already in the process of doing that?
We're in the middle of, because of course the ceiling in the one room had to be fixed, and we already had, my brother had stuff that could be, put up there.
So did you already talk to that broker, like in depth of, what they could do for you and what you guys' plans were going to be?
Well, a little bit. They said some, I don't think I'll get a lot of money, but I probably would get more than the 2,000, a couple thousand.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, the realtors usually are the people that get you the most money. A lot of the time, sometimes they kind of sell you the dream and then something happens out. Hopefully that's not the case with this one, but if you clean it up, obviously the realtor's going to be able to come in here and give you a good estimate of what they're going to list it at and stuff like that. But have they kind of like went over the numbers of like how much you got to put into it and what you'd get on the back end?
They told us, that to fix the ceiling and clean it.
Was this your personal house or one of your rentals?
It was Originally, it was my personal house.
Got it. So is your family, along with helping you with all the work and stuff, are they also helping you with making the decision on, what to list it at and, the decision on going with the realtor or not?
Well, yeah, my one brother's helping me a little bit.
There you go. What are his thoughts after the conversation with the realtor?
He thinks we could go 115. And the one real estate said if we did a couple more things, which I don't think I'm willing to go there, it could be higher, like 120, 130, but I'm not going to do those repairs. So, and it would go down from there.
Right. A lot of the times the realtors say that they'll get 115, but it really trades at like maybe 100 or something like that after, people come in and they beat you up on the price and they beat you up on repairs and stuff like that. Let's just say like it ended up, you and your brother came to the decision that going on the market was the best bet after doing some cleanup and paint. And you guys ended up selling it on the market at $100,000. It's typically what we do for our numbers, right? When we're thinking about reselling one of our houses, we'll factor in about 10% for what the property is going to sell for. And ultimately, that 10% is going to go towards the closing costs, the commissions to the realtors. So if you went ahead and put it on the market with a realtor at $100,000, it sounds like you'd probably really walk away with 90, which isn't that bad. It pays off the mortgage. Plus, it gets you like almost, a little bit over $10,000 in your pocket.
It gives me enough to get out from under it and pay a couple things off.
Got it. Well, here's the deal. Here's what I do. I go out and I find a bunch of deals around Massachusetts, New York, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. That's pretty much where we do all of our deals. And essentially, my job is to go find the deals, and I raise all the money and stuff to either have somebody do the deal with us or partner up with them, or we figure it out on our end what we want to do with that. Pretty much my job is to find deals. We do a certain amount of deals every single month. And our partner TJ said that we have this potential opportunity to buy. I'm not too sure if we're gonna be able to make the numbers work as far as that goes, but like when were you looking to make a decision on what you wanted to do with it?
Well, within a couple of weeks, they're doing some of the work today, and we'll see what happens. What else I have to do next week? And then we'll make a decision.
What if you didn't have to do any more work?
Well, that's what we're going to find out after they look today. They're all there today.
Well, here's the deal. It sounds like you might have to talk to your brother or something like that regardless before making a decision. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's what I can do. I'll relay all the information that I got from you from TJ. We might be able to get something done where you guys could just stop the work today. Like whatever they finish up today, they can stop it. We can potentially, I can't make any promises, but we could potentially come in at a number that ultimately pays off the bank and then gives you a couple bucks up front without you having to go down the road of doing any more work or listing it on the market with a realtor and having a bunch of buyers come in and beat you up on the price and all that stuff. And we'll cover pretty much any fees that come along with everything. So whatever number that we talk about is the number that you ultimately will get in your pocket minus whatever's paid off to the bank. After you have that conversation, and we could just close the week out with another one of our deals.
Okay, let me call them.
That sound like a plan?
Yeah, okay.
When should I give you a call back or TJ give you a call back?
No, about 5 or 6.
All right, we'll give you a call back then. Then pretty much once that happens, what will happen is if your brother's cool with it, you're cool with it, and we're both ready to go, we'll send you over an email. That email is simple, like 2 or 3 page thing that we'll go over together. There won't be any questions on it. And simply we'll start the paperwork and we'll start doing the transaction and we can close whenever your timeline is. So if you wanted to close in 2 weeks, we could do that. If you needed a whole month or whatever, we can wait until then too.
Okay.
Sound like a plan?
Okay.
Love it. All right, Sarah, thank you so much. We'll give you a call back here in a couple hours. On our end, we'll try our absolute best to come up.
Okay.
All righty? All right, Sarah, thank you.
There we go.
Okay. That's how it's done. Like, very simple. It's just a conversation. But there are so many different things. Like, when I think back to the 8-step sales process, here's what I teach, right? Every single step in the 8-step sales process is a bucket that needs to be filled up, right? So there's 8 buckets. Each 8 bucket needs to be filled up. And filling it up means, like, getting the information that you need. and you don't move forward with the sale until all of the buckets are filled up, right? So a lot of what I was doing there, all that information I was getting, how much was owed on the bank, who was making the decisions, how she was justifying making the decision, all that stuff is all the buckets that I was filling up. So it was very intentional, the questions that I was asking. It wasn't just like I was just asking just to ask.